So how did you wind up in the Moondog gimmick?
Oh man, well, when I first went to New York, before that I was working as an assassin, and when I first went to New York, I walked in and Vince McMahon said, you know, what name? I said, well, my name is Randy Colley. He said, well, I don't like that too much. And he walked around for a little bit. This is Vince Sr. And he come back and he said, what about Ripper Hawkins? I said, I don't care. You know, you can call me whatever you want to. He said, you look like a Ripper to me. I'll call you Ripper Hawkins. And everybody that come to me that night said, you look just like Moondog Maine. And I had met Moondog Maine in Texas once. And they said, did you ever meet him? And I said, yeah. I didn't think I looked like him that much. And one right after another, looks just like Moondog Maine. So, and it just kind of went from there. And then after a while, after the first taping session went on, Vince Sr. come back and he said, everybody thinks you look like Moondog Maine. He said, we need to change your name to Moondog. And he asked me, you know, said, how well did you know him? I said, not very well. I was just passing through Texas and he was there. And I said, I don't care. I said, I will wear ragged jeans and carry a bone if you want me to. And he said, that sounds great. Bring one next TV. So that was the birth of the Moondogs. I come in with the ragged jeans, the bone, and that's what, and I was Moondog, just Moondog for that tape. And then the next taping session come down and they said, we found you a partner. And I said, what? A partner? They said, yeah, this is Moondog King and you're Rex. I said, all right. And then here comes Sailor White.
Did you like it back then? Did you like the gimmick? Did you?
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a lot of fun to do because you didn't have to. Before the Moondog, I was kind of like a scientific wrestler, and that just like opened the door just to act a fool when you wanted to.
Now you mentioned Moondog Spot. When Larry Latham came in, you said you guys clicked really well right from the get-go?
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to put Latham in that gimmick? Where did that?
Actually, Andre the Giant had been to Louisiana, and he knew that we was short on the Moondogs, and he said, there's a guy there that would probably fit in here real good. And it was just a few days after that he showed up in, I think it was Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then it just went from there. And when he showed up, Ed White's name wasn't mentioned again, and I didn't see him till we went to Johannesburg. And last time I seen him was when we got back from Johannesburg. Our paths never crossed again. You know, just I wasn't mad at him. He wasn't mad at me. It's just like
Circumstance.
Yeah. We just ended up going different directions.
How did you wind up in the WWWF?
Oh, I was calling Vince McMahon Sr. And he asked me one day, he said, you've called me several times. And he said, why do you keep calling me? Why do you want to go to work up here? And I said, everywhere I go, everybody tells me, man, you need to go to New York. So I said, that's why I'm calling you. He said, that's a good answer. Can you start in November? 79. And this was like 6 months away. I went, in November? You know, most everybody, when they tell you a starting date, it's like, when are you finishing there? Friday? Can you start here Saturday morning?
Right.
You know.
Sure.
When somebody tells you 6 months away, I got to thinking, I said, well, maybe he's just giving me the brush off. And then I called him about 3 months after. Yeah, what do you want? I said, this is yeah. What you need? So we still good for November? Yeah, sure. Okay. So, you know, it's still like, is this guy just brushing me off? And
Right.
I was worried all the way up until that time.
Till you got in.
Yeah.
What were your initial impressions of Vince Sr.?
I had never seen anybody as nice as he was. Well dressed, the mannerism. He was, I've heard people refer to it as he was top shelved. You know, I mean, he was,
Right.
if he told you anything, you know, if he told you, you know, like, you're going to be here for a year and you're going to make $100,000. That was true. You know, you was not going to end up 6 months down the road out of there and you wasn't going to make a penny less, you know, and everything that he said, it was chiseled in stone.
What were your memories of Vince Jr.?
Well, he was very smart. When I first went there, he was an announcer for Vince Sr.
Right.
And when he got the territory all by himself, there was a lot of changes that was made. Sometimes that everybody agreed with him, and sometimes people didn't. But he's still there, and he's made a lot of money. So whatever he's doing it right.
What do you remember? What memories of Lou Albano from back to Captain Lou?
Captain Lou. One of the things was like, and everybody that would tell you that knows Lou, he could eat more food that would kill a normal person. You know, and most of the wrestlers was big eaters. Everybody had a big appetite.
Sure.
When you went to the restaurant, you ordered, let me have a hamburger steak, a cheeseburger, let me have some of that. What kind of pie you got? And give me a bowl of soup while you bringing that out. But Lou would order. He ordered so much food one night. I told the waitress when he went to the bathroom, I said, he's just joking you. He's not really serious about wanting all that food. You know, he's just pulling your leg. She was telling me, oh, I thought something was up. Anyway, they brought all our food and didn't bring his. And I thought we was going to have a fight right there. and I said, Lou, you can have some of my food. He was so upset. And he never got cold. He never wore a jacket. He,
Right.
you know,
Always
shirt
short
was always
shirts, yeah.
short sleeve shirt, and it was always open. We was in a Chinese restaurant one night, and the girl said, "Button your shirt," and he buttoned it and sat at the table, and the button popped loose.
What were your memories of teaming with Lou in 6-man tags?
Oh God! Oh man, Lou was such a character, and he would do anything. We was in a match one night. It was somewhere out on Long Island at Sheephead Bay or somewhere. I can't remember the name of it was a high school, I think, at Sheephead Bay.
Sheepshead Bay High School, and that's in Brooklyn, yeah.
Okay, yeah. And we got to the ring, and then he turned around and left. And I'm looking around. I said, God, what happened? You know, they going to count him out or something? You know, but they wasn't going to do that to him. He come back. And he had went back and got in the shower and had water. His hair was just down. His clothes was wet, you know. And I said, Lou, what, did you jump in the shower? He said, yeah, I was a little sleepy. You know, and just stuff like that. And you had no idea what he was going to do, what his next move was.
Any good stories about the captain getting fired?
Oh, which time?
Pick one.
Oh, he told me he had been fired, let's see, 17 or 18 times and hired back because he said, they're not going to fire me. But I was up there, and then he just disappeared, and I don't know what happened at that time, or if he decided just to leave and not come back. But we had shared a room in California, and then the way it was that time, they was running like 3 towns a night, and sometimes you'd be with somebody for 2 or 3 weeks, and all of a sudden you wouldn't see them for 3 or 4 months. Right. So, and next thing I know, I said, "Where's the captain at?" "Oh, he's gone." "Where's he gone?" He's fired. I said, again?
Watch thousands of exclusive shoot interviews right now on TitleMatchNetwork.com.